last one at the end of a black hole, cold, lost and upside down. Faces swirling past me, all my memories rolling vastly, cold, lost beneath the ground. All done by my own hand, I allow my feelings to become sand. Oh, if you're gonna cut me down, better do it quickly now. Now you can cut me down, but I won't stay for long. I'll grow back again. Oh yeah, my roots are strong. This is not forever. Folks changing like the weather. Cold, wet, and all around. Toxic people being severed, like leaves falling in September. Cold, wet, and on the ground. You can cut me down, but I won't stay for long. I'll grow back again. Oh yeah, my roots are strong. My roots are strong.
What's going on, beautiful people? How you guys doing? Sorry for the delay. Had some major technical difficulties going on, and I hope you guys can hear me. The mic will sound a little bit different than usual. I think you're gonna hear a lot less bass in my voice because of the microphone that I'm using right now, but this was the best that I was able to get it this morning. If it gets really bad, then we may just have to reschedule the stream for another time when I can fix that. But right now, I think this is probably going to be best that my mic audio is going to sound. So hopefully you guys can hear me all right. I hope you guys are having a great day. What's going on? But without further ado, we are delayed, so let's go ahead and get started. Today's motivational quote of the day is, your bad days don't define you. This looks like me right now. Your bad days don't define you. Take a few breaths, let today go. Focus your energy on moving forward. I'll be honest with you guys, I had some issues this weekend. It was not the best weekend ever. Had a lot going on, a lot to deal with, but this quote is perfect for me, and hopefully it relates to somebody else. I'm gonna say it again. Your bad days don't define you. Take a few breaths, relax, chill, see where you are right now. Let today go and focus on the energy on moving forward. How can you get better? What can you do in the morning? What can you do in the future to make your future better? There's nothing you can change about your past, about even sometimes about the situation you're in right now. There's nothing you can change about that and the things that led up to that situation, but you can change your future and how you respond to the things that happen to you. So that being said, let's go ahead and move on to our actual flight today. I didn't have again, I had a crazy weekend, so I didn't really have anything ready for you guys as far as a flight plan for the week. So I decided to just kind of I picked this flight. We're flying from MCI to STL, which is Kansas to where we're going, St. Louis. We're flying Kansas to St. Louis, and this was a flight that was suggested on our Global Flight Plans Discord channel. So that's why I always tell you guys, go look there or go post your suggestions there, because that's where I get my, well, not every single flight plan, but that's where I get my suggestions from when I don't really know where to fly. And again, I didn't have time to set up a schedule for the entire week yet. I'll work on that maybe tonight, or sometime I'll post it as soon as I get it. But I wasn't able to do that, so I was like, hey, right before the stream, I was like, I need to find a flight plan for today. So I went to my Global Flight Plans channel on Discord. And if you're not a part of our Discord, you can join it. The link is in the description. So go look there, go post your suggestions there, and that's where I got today's flight plan from. It's a short one. Thankfully, it's a short one because we did get started a little bit late. So let's go ahead and get started. We're flying in the Boeing 737-700 Southwest livery. This is a Southwest flight. I believe this is, let me see. I have the entire route in the description of the video. This is Southwest flight 5697. This one actually arrived a few hours ago, but this is a real live flight plan that we copied from. We'll be cruising at flight level 290, and our call sign, as usual, will be Blue 116, aka Bravo Lima Uniform 116. Today's flight will be about 58 minutes, so just short of an hour. You know how I am, guys. I always get there a little bit early. I'm gonna get us there early. And then as far as our flight plan goes, again, this is all in the description below. We'll be flying from Kilo Mike Charlie India via to St. Louis via the Lakes 1 departure, and then we'll be going to Charlie Oscar Uniform VOR to KAYLA. KAYLA is going to be the waypoint, fix, or intersection, and then we take the KAYLA 3 arrival into St. Louis today. So, I think today's gonna be a pretty good flight. It's gonna be an interesting one. I don't know why it was so tough. I don't know why I've been having audio issues. We had the same problem last flight. Potato, Aki Hadi, I see you. I do like potatoes. I like my potatoes fried, specifically. Today we're on expert server, and I'm just kind of like off today. I'm trying to figure out where I am. So we're gonna switch to the other screen. We're gonna start looking at our charts now. Here we go. All right, so what I have up right now, that is our arrival, but what we need is actually the we'll pull up the airport diagram first. Actually that's St. Louis. Okay, that's not the right one either. Hold on, where is it? Oh, there it is. All right, this is the Kansas airport diagram. We're sitting here at Terminal A. Over here, we're probably closest to Gulf 1. I don't know exactly which one, but I know that we're on that side of the airport. So I'm going to switch to the departure, which will be Lakes 1 departure. As far as the weather goes, looks like the weather is in favor of 19 right, 19 left. We're closer to 19 right, so we'll go ahead and take 19 right. So this is how we're going to do our flight plan today. And again, guys, I know that I could just like type them all up and then paste them, but a lot of times the waypoints don't show up, and I like to make sure my flight plan is correct. So I'm going to basically put each waypoint in one by one. So looking at this departure here, the Lakes 1 departure, looks like the airport is right here where you see little rectangles and stuff like that. That's our airport. We'll be taking off for 19 right, which is going to be this little rectangle right here. And then it wants us to go to the MCI VOR, which is right here. And from there, we will head to, first of all, we need to find out what's our transition. Our transition is, what was it? Let me look at the flight plan again on the, I have to look at the description myself to find out what the description is. Guys, let me know if the music is too loud. All right, COU is gonna be our transition. So, let's go see. Let's go see. Lakes. Alright, COH right here. So it's pretty short. Like I said, it's a short flight, so our transition is like right here. So we're gonna be going in this direction and not that one. So our second waypoint is gonna be the Napoleon. I guess that's a VOR, I assume. A and X. So let's see if we can find that. A and X. Yep, there it is. We'll be clicking on Napoleon. And again, guys, once we get the flight planned and we get in the air, I'll start talking with you guys. But just so you know, right now I have my face in the charts and not in the chat. That's gonna be Frank. Come on, where you at, buddy? Michael DaCosta, thank you for that subscription. Welcome to the Blue Arrow Royal family. I missed that one. I need to put my other headphone on so I can catch that earlier. My bad. Happy Monday, though, guys. Hope you enjoyed your strong in. KAYLA 9. Thank you for that subscription. Welcome to the Blue Arrow Royal family. By the way, guys, we are live on Instagram. I'm sorry, not Instagram. We are live on YouTube and on Twitch right now. For you guys who may be watching this video back, you can always catch us about around 1400 Zulu. That's 9 a.m. Eastern. Today we started a lot later because I had technical difficulties, so we had a little bit of a delay. I don't think I'm gonna find this waypoint. FRANC, France VOR. I don't see it. I see France, but I don't see France. So we're gonna skip that one because I don't think that one is gonna show up. But I think we don't need it anyway. So we go COU. Come on, where you at? I bet that should be a VOR also. The Columbia VOR. Nope. Nope. Oh, what is that? That's Columbia Regional. Oh, and there's a VOR. You see that? I don't get it. So right here, I typed COU. It did not find it at all in our searches. But when I found the airport near it, and then I clicked on the VOR next to it, it was there. So I don't understand how I would search that VOR in the first place. So I don't know. I don't understand that. All right, so that's gonna be the end of our departure. That's the Lakes departure, and then from there we're gonna continue on with the rest of our route, which is gonna take us to KAYLA, which is also gonna be our transition to our arrival. There you are. Thank you. UN for Givingly is now following. Thank you for that follow and subscription. Welcome to the Blue Arrow Royal family. I love it when the Twitch people get involved. I love it. Let's see. All right, and so then there's St. Louis right there. Pretty easy. So once we get up in the air, I'll plan out what our actual arrival is going to be. We do have the KAYLA arrival chart up too, so we'll pull it up in a little bit. But for now, let's go ahead and taxi, get these engines started, and get started with today's flight. All right.
Kansas City,
let's see.
Unicom,
Hop into the cockpit real quick. Where are we? All right, so we're pushing back. Looks like right. To our. We want to take off runway 19 right. So we need to push back to our left, I think. Yeah. Actually, we could go right and kind of go with the way he's going. So really, it wouldn't matter which way we go. Smoking signs on, seatbelts on. Let's check on infinite passenger. That is connected successfully. Nav light's gonna come on. Beacon light's gonna come on. Gonna calibrate our screen. Oh, we do need weight and balance. We do need that. Don't want to forget about that. Today's flight is gonna be about an hour or less, probably because of how fast I fly. And so that means we only need, let's see, let's do 2 hours and 15 minutes of fuel. That's gonna be an extra hour and 15 minutes of fuel for us. Cargo passengers all look good. Everybody's loaded up. Everybody's ready to go. Flight attendants are ready. All right, we're pushing back. Where is my other headphone? Oh, there it is. There it is. Let's see. Well, he's pushing back on our left, so I guess we'll turn the other way, because if not, we're gonna be like facing him, which is not cool. All right, while we're doing that, we can start the engines. Oops, wrong one. Engine 2. So we want to start. Oh, stop. Sometimes, like, if you press another button while pushing, while using the rudder will get stuck in position. It's happened to me a few times. Let's change this to be, what do I usually have? This is ground speed. MSL, winds are 13. Fuel
Kansas
remaining.
City, Unicom,
Yeah,
American 7285, taxiing to runway 19 left. Kansas City, Unicom, American 7285.
Let's check on N1. N1's good on engine 2. We have one good engine. We have someone pushing it in front of us, so we got some time.
Taxiing to runway 19 right.
What is my cruising speed gonna be? I have no idea. Probably like 0.78, 0.79 Mach.
Kansas City, Unicom, Southwest 5699, taxiing to runway 19 right.
Alright, so we'll go ahead and set the flaps. We're ready.
Kansas
Flaps
City,
10
Unicom,
for takeoff, for the
Delta
trim.
Charlie Echo
10
447,
for takeoff
taxiing to
also.
runway 19
Our, let's
Kansas
see,
City,
our,
Unicom, Southwest
I'm gonna check the departure for our altitude, or top altitude. And I don't see anything, so there is no restriction as far as departure altitude, so we'll just go up to my usual 12,000 feet.
Taxiing to runway 19 right.
Looks like we're gonna have a lot of traffic here. Yeah, wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like we have like 13, 14 people so far. So what we should have did is we should have pushed back and went the other way so that we didn't have to worry about, wow, you are extremely close to me, sir. Yeah, but we should have pushed back and went the other direction, because that way we wouldn't have to wait for all these aircraft to finish, you know, pushing back and stuff in front of us. So we got the new school and the old school Southwest liveries. It'd be really cool if they had the yellow version, like the all yellow, like gold looking old Southwest livery version. Scarface Aviation, how you doing, man? OE's Matrix, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Blue Arrow Global family. Why did I say it like that? I have no idea. I see you, Danish. Alright, so right now we're just waiting for all these guys to push back. It is extremely busy. Alright, so today's weather is 200 at 14 knots. Pretty strong winds today. 10 statute miles of visibility, looks great. Clouds, we have a few clouds at 15,000. Broken at 20,000. Everything else looks like it's on. We're just waiting for these guys to start taxiing ahead of us. We have 2 good engines. We'll save the strobes and stuff. Alright, so I'm actually going to turn right here. I believe this should be Gulf 1 as far as the name of the taxiway.
Taxiing to runway 19 right.
What's going on, Trayvon? Traven? Galder? Welcome aboard. Yeah, the Southwest mustard livery is what I was thinking about. Alright, Vince, well if you gotta sleep, then go to sleep. FL Aviation, how you doing, man? Alright, we gotta watch because there's a lot of people taxiing. It looks like we have a gap right here ahead of Aero Ecuador. And we'll go ahead and make a right here. I personally really like the Southwest livery, the newest one. I was never really a fan of Southwest in general. I've really never flown on a Southwest flight, even though I am from the States and it's very popular to fly Southwest. I've never flown it, but I've always loved the livery. I'm trying to do something. Trying to taxi with one hand.
Is taking off runway 19 right, departing east.
I forgot that overlay was there, so we'll get rid of that. Hey, another thing that I forgot to do was announce taxi to 19 right.
Kansas City.
Oh my God, who is that?
116, taxiing to runway 19 right.
He's gonna crash into somebody. How much you want to bet? Grade 5 taking off. Who is that? Oh, Southwest 114. Grade 5. Grade 5 is like so far in the future that I can't even imagine being grade 5. I don't even worry about it. I'm happy with being grade 4. I mean, honestly, I was happy with being grade 3. That was really my goal whenever I got on Infinite Flight, was just to be grade 3, because just looking at the amount of XP you needed and stuff, it seemed so like difficult to get to. And once I got there, I was like, nice, I'm grade 3, I was happy. And then I just kept flying, and then boom, I was grade 4 after a little while.
To runway 19 right.
So
Kansas City Unicom, Oscar Bravo Alpha Mike Alpha 1, taxiing to runway 09.
Brian Attack, what's the bad news, man?
Kansas City Unicom, Southwest 442 is taking off runway 19 right, departing west. Kansas City Unicom, Southwest 5699, holding short runway 19 right.
Alright. So far so good though. I mean, I haven't really seen anybody taxiing through anybody else. I mean, I've seen some people taxiing pretty fast and whatnot, but I mean, I assume they're going less than 35 knots. I mean, I'm only taxiing about 19. Hopefully he'll hold short. Okay, yeah, he's gonna make way for us. Thank you, sir. Thank you, November 236S. Oh, Sierra Foxtrot? Yeah. In that private Boeing 737.
Unicom, Southwest 5699 is taking off.
That's fine, Danish. If you get another plane, you don't have to
departing west.
tell me. Alright, so the line is looking horrifying right now. I mean, we have 2 taxiways of people heading up this way. So what I think, oh, never mind. I was gonna jump in the other taxiway, but that's not gonna work. So we're gonna have a traffic jam at the end of the runway here. I can already see it. Yeah, it's really it is annoying when the sim crashes. That's very upsetting because I mean you spend a lot of time, especially like me. I mean I spend a lot of time just flight planning. It takes me like 30 minutes to an hour just to plan the flight and the route that I'm gonna do. And then when I finally plan it, you know, I get in the air, and then if I do a longer flight, then the sim crashes, and you're just like, what's the point of life anymore? And it gets you really upset, that's for sure.
Kansas City Unicom.
Alright, so we're like number 6 in line or something. I don't know, we are way back.
Taking off runway 19 right, remaining in the pattern.
I see Dex. Alright, we'll hit the brakes now.
Kansas City Unicom, Southwest 700.
It's actually smart. If you are on that taxiway closer to the runway, it'd be probably best to hold short where Dex is right there, where Southwest 1478 is, instead of going all the way to the end. It makes a lot more sense than everybody trying to use the same one. So basically, when one person takes off, you know, somebody else should be lining up and waiting from the other one, from the other line. If you guys know what I mean. Uh-oh, I'm about to get a bunch of text messages. I have a feeling.
Kansas City.
Hold on.
American 7000.
I'm about to pause. Don't skip me in line. I'm gonna go to my settings and notifications. Where is it? Is it under general? There it is. Notifications. See what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm about to get a bunch of text messages, so I'm about to turn my notifications off so I don't keep seeing them pop up. Alright, and boom, gone. And how much you wanna bet somebody's gonna be taxied inside of me? How much you wanna bet? Or the live server's gonna quit. Okay, it's working.
Kansas City Unicom, Southwest 1478.
Alright, we're back.
Holding short runway 19 right. Kansas City Unicom,
and I mean, we're on the server, but everybody's invisible. Okay, cool. One more thing I'm gonna do is turn the names off, because I just enjoy not having names on there. That's just me, though. That's just me. And before we can start, you know, taking off, I'm gonna go ahead and turn this music down, and so we can enjoy the engine sounds that Infinite Flight has, which is not all that much. I wish that they would update the engine sounds. Right now, it doesn't matter what aircraft you're in, 737, Airbus,
Kansas City Unicom, Papa Romeo 076,
jet, whatever. All the engines sound about the same. So I kind of wish that, you know, they had a little more, I don't know, distinctive engine sounds. But wow, busy. We need to get some type of, we need to get some kind of, here we go.
Kansas City Unicom, Kilo Lima Mike 736, taxiing to runway 19 right.
So I'm trying to get like a really cool screenshot here.
Kansas City Unicom, American 3123 Heavy, taxiing to runway 19 left.
Thank you, Boy Next YT. Appreciate that compliment.
Kansas City Unicom, Southwest 147
Taking off from Kansas City today. How many of you guys can say you've flown out of
19
Kansas
right,
City?
departing east.
Especially if you're not from the U.S. Actually, if you're smart, you would have took off from 19 left because it's a lot less busy. Busy Kansas City.
Unicom, Southwest
Alright, here we go.
828.
Alright, where are we at? Let's go back to our plane, make sure that we're
19 right.
where we need to be. Hopefully I don't burn too much fuel while we're on the taxiway at the ramp.
Kansas City Unicom,
Or not ramp,
Alpha
I'm sorry,
India
the taxiway.
Romeo Kilo Oscar Romeo Yankee Oscar is taking off runway 19 right, departing straight out.
Yes, sir. We're on expert server today. We should. I mean, there's like literally no one at 19 left. So I mean, but it's all good. I mean, it's too late now. We're all like here at the thing, but it definitely would have been faster for to split it up. We do 19 left and 19 right, and do parallel takeoffs. But I mean,
Kansas City Unicom, Oscar Bravo
it is what
Alpha
it
Mike
is.
Alpha 1 is taking off runway 09.
We got a KLM here with us,
departing
and I
straight
believe
out.
what was that other aircraft I just saw? Scandinavian, all the way in Kansas. I think, is that me right there? Am I holding up the line right now? I am. Oh no, I'm not. He just disappeared. It's a short flight though today, so I mean, I think we're probably gonna be taxiing longer than we're flying, to be honest. I see you later, Brian Attack. By the way, I accepted you into the Infinite Passenger Airline, so I didn't do it until just this morning. See you later, Find Your Passion. Thanks for jumping in. Yeah, but I don't know if you guys noticed, my mic sounds a little like watery. Like it sounds like
Kansas
there's
City
a fish tank behind me or
Unicom,
something.
Delta India Charlie
And,
Echo 447
I really need to
is
look into
taking
getting a
off
new
runway
mic.
19 right, departing east.
That's gonna work. I mean, I've been using the same mic since I started streaming, and that mic has been my iPhone. And I don't know why I've been, because what the issue was is that I was getting that buzzing sound, the same buzzing sound that I had last week. And I don't know who this is on my left wing, but you should have held short at the other one and not this one. But you're not skipping me. No sir. Alright, we're gonna go KMCI. We'll say hold short. Anyway, 19er. Right.
Kansas City Unicom, Blue 116, holding short runway.
How much does Infinite Passenger cost? I don't remember. It's been a while since I bought it. Wow.
Kansas
From
City,
inside, it looks like I'm really
Unicom,
close.
Southwest
Okay, I am.
765.
That's why.
Holding short
I'm
runway
very close.
19 right.
Too close. Alright, are you gonna take off? Person in front of me? Who is this anyways?
Kansas City
Looks
Unicom,
like the,
Southwest 5150 is taking off runway 19 right, departing east.
Alright, he's going. Alright. We're gonna be, I guess after, we'll probably be after him over there. I mean, yeah. There we go. It would definitely be helpful if Tower was online right now with this amount of traffic. But it's all good. The good thing is that, I mean, everybody so far in this session has been pretty like good. You know, they haven't been skipping in line a lot. At least not in my view. Maybe somebody else has been skipping in line, but they haven't really skipped in front of me, so. Alright, so he's gonna go, and after him, we'll go ahead and line up. Do I use Flight Map app for infinite flight? I use Live Flight app. I don't know if that's the same thing. But yeah, I use Live Flight app. Is it turbulent up there?
Kansas City Unicom.
Alright, cool. So we got a few people flying on training server with us, so if you are not able to fly expert with us, then you could definitely jump in training server, and there'll be a few people flying the same route with you also, so you don't have to be alone. Alright, so he is rolling on a 19er right, so we're going to go ahead and line up and wait. Where is it? Now let's take off. There it is. Departing, I don't even know. Straight
Kansas
out.
City Unicom.
I don't know what is it. Which way are we going?
116 is taking off runway
Right, we're
19
east.
right, departing straight out.
Well, the good thing though is that because of the bottleneck that we've had here, strobe lights, landing lights. Because of the bottleneck that we've had
prepare for takeoff.
here at Kansas, it should actually help with our landings and being more spaced out. So I'm hoping that it spaces us out, but I just know that during, en route, people are probably going to catch each other and stuff like that. So we'll see how it ends up in the end. All right, we'll line up on 19 right, and he's in the air, so that means we're good to go.
Kansas City, Unicom, Southwest 765.
Thank you,
holding
Vlad
short
Hazan, for that new
runway
subscription.
19
Welcome to Blue
right.
Arrow Royal Family. I was turning the HUD back on so we can see our speed and stuff.
Kansas
We'll
City,
lock that.
Unicom, November 236
looks like we're good to go.
Sierra Foxtrot, holding short runway 19 right.
And slowly put the throttle up. Alright, airspeed is alive. We're rolling on runway 19 right. Just a little bit off to the right side of that line.
V1, rotate.
Alright, there's rotate. 13 knots to wind, but it's a direct headwind. So very smooth takeoff. Positive climb, gear up. We'll be making a left turn at this VOR up here.
Kansas
So
City,
we'll just wait for that.
Unicom, November 679 Sierra Golf
see
is
how long we
taking
can
off
hand fly.
runway 19 right, departing straight out.
Alright, gonna go ahead and bank to the left. Watch our vertical speed. A lot of times whenever I'm flying it by hand, I forget
Kansas
to pay
City,
attention to the vertical
Unicom,
speed.
Southwest 765 is taking off runway 19 right, departing straight out.
Alright, so we're turning to heading 109. Right now we're at 162, 160. Alright, now we can go ahead and tune
Kansas
out.
City,
Kansas.
Unicom, November 236 Sierra Foxtrot.
Usually right here we
holding short
would contact
runway
departure
19
if
right.
departure was online, but departure's not online, so. Alright, just kind of looking at the map, trying to find out where exactly we are, where we're going. Alright, we'll go flash 5. It's funny, and I saw somebody in the chat talking about memeing. Well, I don't know how you guys pronounce it, but the funny thing is I always pronounce it as memes. Like if somebody posts a meme or a joke, I always pronounce it as meme. But my wife pronounces it as meme, and I don't know if anybody else in the chat can relate to that. She's Hispanic or Latin. She's Latina, so that's how they say it, I guess, in Spanish, meme. But I just always thought it was funny. I was like, what? Like the first time she said it, I was like, what is that? Like I didn't understand what she was saying. I was like, what is a meme? She's like, did you see the meme? I was like, I don't know what that is. I don't understand the words that are coming out of your mouth. Let's turn our vertical speed down. So I always pronounce it as meme, but she pronounces it as meme. And she still hasn't changed that either. Laser Gamer, you got ghosted. I wonder how. I've been hearing a lot of people got ghosted last weekend. Or in my last stream, a few people got ghosted, and a few of those same people were able to get the ghost taken away. I don't know if I get a lot of people were reporting that controller or something. What the heck? I don't know if a lot of people were reporting that controller or something, and they got their I was about to say they got their memes back, but they got their ghosts taken away. So that's good. I'm glad. I'm happy for them. All right, passing 10,000. There it is, and we'll go ahead and turn the land lights off. It's a pretty smooth ride so far. We'll also speed up. We'll climb about 295. There it is. Say goodbye to Kansas City. I really hope in this next update they fix this right wing view. I love the right wing view. The only problem is it just sounds horrible. Like it has like a really bad glitchy, laggy sound or whatever. So I have to always use the left wing view, which also is good. The left wing view looks very good, but I just like the right wing view sometimes. I like to be able to see the engine. So now that we are in the sky, I can actually copy. I can send you guys the live flights. Oops. The live flight. What's it called? Link. So you can track today's flight. I would post it before we start, but it's just hard to get to find myself when we're on the ground. And man, look at this train. Look at this train of aircraft right now, flying to St. Louis. The hard part though is actually to be able to find me on the freaking map. Oh, there I am. Found myself. Cool, cool. And now I'm gonna go ahead and share this with you guys. I'm gonna post it in the chat right now, and I'm also gonna post it in the description of the video, so you guys can track today's flight using the Live Flight app. Whether you use the app or the desktop version, it works either way. I'll post it. It's gonna be posted right above the flight plan. All right. So all you gotta do is refresh your stream. It'll be there. All right, we're at 12,000 feet. Let's go ahead and climb to our final cruising altitude. It's going to be 290. That's going to be 29,000 feet. MSL. And we'll climb, I don't know, about 3,200. That works for me. And I can already see somebody catching me behind me. He's in a 777. Going 442 knots, and we're only going 380 something, so he's probably going to hit us. There may be a collision. TCAS is already going nuts right now. All right, I'm being told that St. Louis is using runway 30 left and 30 right, so we'll do some parallel arrivals. All right, we're also catching this guy ahead of us too, so we gotta watch out for him. He is only 100 feet above us, and we need to get around him. So it's funny, like I said, like it was good that we took off. So like it was good that we took off so separately. But now that we're in the air, like all of us are catching each other. Like all three of us right here are about to just fly right over each other, like in formation almost. We have a 777 behind us, which is a whole lot more powerful, so he's gonna be a lot faster than us. And then we're passing, I believe, another 737. He should be right ahead. Or is he below? There he is. Oh wow. Alright, climbing to 290. Let's take a look at the map and find out what the traffic looks like around us. I mean, already we have two possible issues right next to us. We have one guy, he's 100 feet under us, another guy who's 2,000 feet under us. The main issue right now is the aircraft that is only 100 feet below us, which is that 777 right behind us. So I know that we're both climbing to 290, but we're gonna have to separate in some type of way. Because it's definitely a conflict. And for you guys who fly with me all the time, you should know better to always separate yourselves from me and other aircraft. So I expect that to happen. Nico Aero, am I gonna watch the landings? It depends. If I land last, then no. If I land early enough, then yeah, I'll be watching the landings before we get out of here. Alright, so it looks like ET to destination is only 21 minutes. And I was planning for an hour flight. ET to next is gonna be 10, so we'll be halfway done by the time we get to our next waypoint. So while we're climbing, we do need to start thinking about our arrival, because as soon as we get to our cruising altitude, we're going to have to already start thinking about our arrival. So we'll be flying the KAYLA. The KAYLA arrival. Let's see. What's up, Mr. Sloth? How you doing, man? Welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Alright, so I got the charts pulled up for us, so we can take a look at the KAYLA arrival. Expecting 30 left, 30 right. Where is he? Where is she? Alright, so our transition into KAYLA is going to actually be KAYLA. So we need to be at 11,000 feet when we get to KAYLA. And how far is KAYLA from us? Oh my god, this 777. Sean, bro, you know better, man. You gotta stop doing that. Like, seriously, every week. Or not every week, but every flight, you hit me. Every single flight. So you need to stop that, or I will definitely demote you on our Discord channel for doing that. I mean, you know how to fly, you know what you're doing, but you gotta stop, like, flying into me and through me. And I know that the lag issue and stuff it shows your aircraft on my screen like differently than what it shows on your screen, but even knowing that, which we've already talked about, you need to be at least a different altitude than me at all times, because every single stream you and me collide in the air. Like, you're the one who kills me every stream. Alright, so let's take the trim out. All I did is I lowered my vertical speed so that he would continue climbing a bit faster than me. Alright, so back to our chart again. So yeah, here's a KAYLA right here. We need to be there at 11,000 feet. We are 6 minutes away from our next waypoint. So we'll be descending from 29,000 to 11,000. And how long will we have to do that? We'll have about 47 miles to make that descent. How you doing, Dan Jans? Good to see you, bro. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and do this on my handy dandy descent calculator. Alright, so we only have about 50 miles to descend. We may need more time, so we may need to descend earlier, but that's something I want to find out now. Compute. Yeah, so we need to descend a lot earlier than COU. Let's try 60 miles out. Let's try 70 miles out. Right now we are about 100 miles from KAYLA. So if we, and we're just getting to our cruising altitude right now. Yeah, so we're probably descending in about, like, we literally just got to our cruising altitude and now we gotta descend already. Don't you love flights like this? So we'll descend in about 10 miles. So when that gets to like 42 or something like that. I don't know, we'll see. We'll just try descending when we get 40 miles from COU. We'll do that. And we'll descend at about 1,400 feet per minute, and we'll do a speed of 260 indicated airspeed on our descent at negative 1,400. So that'll be our plan for descent in like 3 miles, literally. So it's almost time for us to do that already. But again, KAYLA there, and then from KAYLA we'll be going. Oh wow! Okay, so now it depends on what runway we're landing at. So this is when we go to the route description. So we know where we're landing at runway 30 left or right. So from KAYLA, it should tell us what to do right here. Alright, so we made it to 40. Let's go ahead and start descending now to 11,000. All right, there we go. And we're descending at 1,000. And I think I said 400. Is that what I said? Yeah, 400. 1,400 indicated 260. Once we get below 28,000, we'll actually be able to see the indicator speed a little bit better. But for now, we're gonna do 0.70, Mach 0.7. And while we wait for that, we're gonna go back and look at the chart again, as that is beginning to descend. And let's see, where's BG Mac? Okay, here's BG Mac right here. So from KAYLA, we'll continue to BG Mac. So let's go to the flight plan here, and we'll be adding some waypoints. What I'm gonna do, make this a little bit easier, I'm gonna delete St. Louis, and we're gonna add BG Mac. Now I don't even know if this is gonna exist in infinite flight. Nice, yes it is. I love it when things work. It looks like Big Mac. It's probably what it means. Big Mac. Big Mac sounds real good right now. All right, so from Big Mac, if we want to land at runway 30 left, 30 right, we need to continue to GB, which is going to be this way. So this is going to be the route we want to take. And we're going to continue being 11,000 here at or above 11,000 and at or below 15,000 at 280 knots. So let's go ahead and search GB. And there she is. And for our next waypoint, we'll head to Aussie. AO Oscar Zulu Zulu Echo Echo. There he is. And the next waypoint will be Snyder. Looks like so that's gonna be Sierra Yankee. Nope, my bad. Sierra November Yankee Delta Romeo. Nice. I love it. It's like there's certain airports where all the waypoints are like there, and some airports where they're not there. One airport where they're not there is like Atlanta, Georgia. Whenever you fly into Atlanta, Hartsville, like it's really hard to find all those waypoints for any kind of arrival into that airport. All right, so next we're gonna be flying into Hoot by 3 O's. H Oscar 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 Sierra Tango. Sorry, no Sierra, and no just Tango. Nice. I wonder where they get the names for these waypoints. Every time I do this, I'm like, where do they get these names from? Why? Who decides what the name of the waypoints are in the first place? By the way, at Hoot, we need to be at or below 8,000 and above 7,000 at 210 knots. Next waypoint is going to be Paja. Papa, Echo, Julia, Alpha, Alpha. And then our last waypoint for the KAYLA 3 arrival is going to be Flood, which is going to be Foxtrot, Lima, Uniform, Delta, Delta, no Echo. Hold on, Delta, Delta, there it is. And it's there. I love it. Love it, love it when every waypoint shows up like it should. Hopefully whenever they do the next update, I think they're going to update like the waypoints and stuff too, so we'll see. And then from there, like I said, that's our last waypoint for our arrival, but we're also going to have the approach. We can't forget about the approach, which I actually did not download. So I'm going to have to download that now and get that up. So until then, we'll go ahead and switch the screen back. And I'm going to add St. Louis. Let's see, where's, yeah. So the cool thing is, you see how that arrival actually took us like on a left downwind? That's why I love using arrivals. Sometimes it does that, sometimes it doesn't. Some arrivals kind of like take you in the direction of the runway we want to take. So right now we're landing on the 30 side. So this is going to take us to the 30 side. And we can technically just draw it out. We don't have to use the approach, but I'm still going to get it just so we know what our altitude needs to be. So for us, let's go ahead and plan for, let me see, what side is the terminal on? It's going to be on the left side of 30 left. So we'll take 30 left for us. But I recommend everybody kind of stagger. So if the person ahead of you, actually it's really hard to know that because we're not all talking on voice. But let's try to do parallel, arrivals. So for example, I'm taking 30 left, so whoever is behind me probably should take 30 right, and whatnot. Nice. I'm just gonna draw it all the way to 30 left here, and then St. Louis. Let's change this to next waypoint. There it is, next waypoint, COU. Alright, so we're going to kind of fix this up a little bit. Add a few more waypoints in there to get us a better straight shot in. We won't really be using waypoints, but I just like to have them in there just in case we need a guide. Just in case. And then we'll add another, I guess we can do Henry or whatever this one is. And then after that, we'll try this one right here. Just giving myself a nice straight final. And that'll work just like that. That'd be good. So that'll be our arrival into St. Louis. And we go back to the map and we see that we are about 15 minutes out from our destination. And we have gotten pretty bunched up where we are right now. Just like I thought we would. We took off so spread out, but now like everybody in the back has like been going like max speed, probably trying to catch up or whatnot. And now we're all kind of bunched up. So again, we're gonna have to, you know, create some type of separation within this arrival so that all of us don't land on top of each other. The good thing is that this airport has parallel runways so that we can do that also. So we'll keep that in mind. All right. Whew, now that we got that figured out, man, I am hungry. Check the METAR. We're probably too far to do it on here. Let's see, what is a METAR, by the way? I hadn't actually looked at it. That's something that we should have done. Alright, winds are 220 at 12 knots. Visibility is 10 statute miles. It's pretty similar to what it was when we took off. A little bit different. A little bit different. So winds are 220, 12 knots, 10 statute miles, scattered at 25,000. The weather is, the temperature is 13. And dew point M02, minus 02, I should say. Altimeter 3010. Nothing else really for us to worry about. So I'm gonna do another count to see if anybody has joined us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and I believe that's everybody. See, it's funny, like I feel like every flight that I end up in the back, no matter what. It doesn't matter if I take off first or last or whatever. I mean, we didn't take off last, but we at least had about 5, 8 aircraft behind us when we took off. Uh-oh, what's going on? Oh, just barely missed them. I believe we need to be at like 280 for what the arrival said. At KAYLA, we need to be at 280 as far as, not the flight level, but 280 knots. And we need to be at 11,000 when we get there. So we are now passing 18,000. So it's a pretty nice day. It hasn't had any turbulence. You know, a funny thing, the other day I was flying the Citation again. It wasn't for a stream, just for fun. And I forgot where I was flying to, but I had some really, really bad turbulence. Like it was just as bad as when we flew to Canada last week. Speaking of separation, let's go ahead and just do my best to separate myself. Let's see, he is going 390. We're going 3 knots slower. I guess we'll slow down to get away from him. So we'll do 255. Actually, let's do 260, because if I do 255, then the guy behind me is going to just eat me up. Yeah, that sound of the planes, like when you fly next to other aircraft, I don't know. I think it comes with the same issue with the lagging issue. I think that once they fix that lag issue that they've been posting on Instagram and stuff, I think that may fix the engine sound issue whenever the aircraft are flying next to you, because I think it sounds laggy. That's what it is. It sounds laggy, and it's a network lag, and that's what it is. And so I think once they get that fixed, we won't have to worry about that. We'll see though when the update comes out. We don't know again when the update's going to come out. People have been thinking it's going to come out for the last 2 weeks, but you really just can't put a time on it. MC Apples, how do I get departure charts? I Googled them. And it looks like we have an aircraft flying right over us. Who is that? Is it over or under? Mighty X. Actually, he's like 5,000 feet above us, like he's going fast. I don't see him. Oh, there he is. So yeah, nobody knows when the update's gonna come out. Just like when before global release, nobody knows until they send it to Apple. And I don't even know if they need to actually send it to Apple to add it, to be honest. I mean, because they kind of changed the way that they've been doing the update. If they're doing a major update, then yeah, they need to, you know, completely send the update again to Apple. But I don't know if this is the kind of update that needs to be resent to Apple, or if they can just update it without sending it to Apple. Or not just Apple, but, you know, sending it back to the store. If you look at live flight right now, again, in the description, I have the link to the live flight to track our flight today. If you look at it, you just see a cluster of aircraft flying into St. Louis right now. It's pretty amazing. Let's get some screenshots while we're in the air. Gonna need some screenshots for Instagram later. We got a nice one on the ground. It was an okay one, I guess you could say. We'll take one right here. Nothing really special, just that brown river. I have a feeling though that this update is gonna go to Android first. I just have a bad feeling that it's gonna go to Android first. The last update went to iPhone first for the first time ever. Every update before then has always gone to Android first. So I was glad that Apple got an update first, but I have a bad feeling that today's update is gonna go to Android first. Nico Arrow, I do use Vidi. We're not using it right now though. Honestly, the audio would sound better if I was using Vidi. I almost used Vidi today. I was like, you know what, stream is not working like I wanted to. I probably should switch to Vidi. Because Vidi is like my backup. Vidi I can depend on. Vidi I know will work whenever I do it. What I use now works very well too. With Vidi I can stream at 1080p. What I'm doing right now is I'm streaming at only 720. And that reason I'm streaming at 720 is because of my computer limitations. Not because of the streaming software. The software can stream as high of resolution as you would like to, but again, because of my computer and the lack of how, you know, it doesn't suck. I'm not gonna say my computer sucks. It's just not made for this. All right, so we just passed KAYLA. Our next waypoint is gonna be Big Mac. We will maintain 11,000, and we're actually slower. Our restriction is actually supposed to be at 280 knots. When we get to Jibby, but we're gonna go a little bit slower because of separation. Aircraft ahead of us is going 320. We're going a little bit fast, so we need to slow down even more. But we do need to maintain 11,000 until we get to Aussie. Aussie will go down to 10,000, and then at Hoot we'll go down to 7, and we'll slow down to 210 knots. So I'm gonna slow down a bit to get some separation between these guys ahead of us. A lot of these guys were behind me and they just kind of flew over me or under me. So I mean, again, I can't control what other people do, so I have to do my best to separate myself from them. And I can't always expect other people to separate themselves from me. You know, there's a lot of ways to stream from your phone. When you look it up, it's kind of difficult to find them, but I mean, I'll probably say the easiest way to stream from your phone is Omelet Arcade. I've used it before. I've not used it for an official stream. I've done some testing with it, and I didn't really like it for a few different reasons. Just personal, just reasons. But it does stream. It streams and it streams well. I don't know how long the streams can last on Omelet, but I know that it streams and it streams well. It does screen capture. It does also get your microphone audio, stuff like that. But you can only stream up to 720p as of now, unless they made an update. Video you can stream at 1080p. That's why I like video, because it allows you to stream at 1080p, 60 frames per second, which is really nice. It also, if you have to just add a mic. If you're using iPhone, this is by the way, I'm not talking about anything else. When I reference streaming, I reference streaming from iPhone because that's the only thing that I use. Streaming from Android can be a lot easier because you can use like YouTube Gaming, some other stuff. There's other apps, and Android is like freaking, there's just unlimited possibilities with Android because they're so like open. iPhone is very closed. It's very careful. It's very hard to get stuff to work with iPhone because iPhone is so protective, and that's why you get higher quality when you do things from iPhone. That's my opinion. But anyways, so you can use Omelet, but you're limited to 720p. Video you can do 1080p, and really those are the only two things that stream well. And now we're in the red with these aircraft ahead of us, and wow, they're going slow. How slow are you going? Now I gotta slow down even more. We're gonna try 210. Like our TCAS is going crazy. Traffic ahead of us at the exact same altitude, and they are going 233 knots. That's 30 knots slower than what I am. Danish is going 253. So I don't know why you guys are going so slow. There's so much room ahead of you guys. Like there's so much room ahead of you guys. So I don't know what's going on. So we're slowing down because they're going so slow, and we don't want to hit them. So again, we're planning on letting 30 left, and I already see people landing. I'm gonna go ahead and put up the ILS chart for runway 30 left. We need to be at 4,500 feet, right over here. Where's the waypoint? At Fonte. Fonte's way out here. And then Joyce. So actually at Joyce we need to be, let's add that to our flight plan real quick. Oh, I picked the wrong one. I wanted Joyce, but we'll just use that. That's fine. Alright, so at ZGO, which is actually Joyce, they're right next to each other. We need to be at 3,500. So we'll keep that in mind. Again, we're going to be at 11,000 until we get to Jibby. And then at Jibby we'll ascend to 7,000 for Hoot. And then Snyder, we need to be at 8,000. And I believe 8,000 is next. Wow, what, did I miss all those other waypoints? I was not paying attention. So we need to ascend to 8,000 and be going 210 knots, which we're already at. And yeah, we're good on speeds. We're not going to get caught speeding or anything like that. We'll turn the land lights on because we're about to be on a 10K. And we'll expedite it because we kind of missed a few waypoints here and there. And these aircraft ahead of me are just so slow. They're so slow. So we go down to 200 now and put spoilers out. What is their speed? 221. I don't know why we're going so much faster than these guys. Like, I don't know what their speed is. Starly, when am I going to start streaming X-Plane? I'm going to start streaming X-Plane when I get my new PC. Right now it's being built, and once I get it, I'll start, testing and actually playing X-Plane first to make sure everything works fine. Probably get probably do a full flight. Yeah, we're flying under him. Probably get a full flight just on solo, and then get all my plugins and just different stuff. Try to get it all figured out. We're gonna slow down. So yeah, once I get the PC and get everything set up, I'll probably start streaming X-Plane. I also have to make sure that I have a mic that works too. So if I don't have a mic, I won't be able to really just stream anything. Or I'll be able to stream, just not with voice. And I don't feel like it's any fun streaming without voice. I kind of feel like you're neglecting everybody. Like, I know that you can talk in the chat, which I've done before, but I've been lately trying to just not stream at all. Like, if I can't talk, then I just won't stream at all. Alright, we're going really slow, so we go to flaps 2. So again, at Snyder, we need to be at 8,000. We got our speed down to 180 knots because of separation. Looks like it's working. Our ground speed is 218. The guy ahead of us, his ground speed is 300. And yeah, I don't know. 259, 291. So yeah, everybody ahead of me who was going slow is now going fast. So I guess we'll just, you know, stay at this speed and we should be fine as is. I don't know where these other people are going. I hope to not see anybody landing on the opposite side of the runway. There is a third runway you could land at. There's runway 29. It's plenty long for even the biggest aircraft. So if you need to land at 29, which it looks like he may be doing, that's perfectly fine also. I'm not going to be doing FSX. I'm not. Yeah, just no. I have nothing against FSX. That FSX is what I started with, Flight Simulator, like a long time ago. It's like one of the first flight sims I've ever played. But now flight simulation has progressed so much that FSX is not keeping up anymore. It's also, I mean, if you think about it, FSX is no longer supported. I mean, P3D is the only thing keeping FSX alive. And that's the airport right there to our left wing, St. Louis. But yeah, P3D is the only thing keeping FSX alive, other than the people who also play FSX. I mean, FSX has a lot of add-ons and stuff, which makes it good, but FSX right out of the box is not the best app. I mean, not the best flight simulator. X-Plane 10, X-Plane 11 is so much farther ahead of those guys. Alright, we're going to continue slowing our speed down because these guys ahead of us are going to be slowing down also. Alright, going down to 8,000. I need to keep track of my arrival at Hoot. We want to be at 7. Let's go down to 7 now. I don't need spoilers anymore. But real quick, because I didn't really talk that much in the stream, so I wanted to tell you guys how my weekend went. Weekend was again, it was tough. It was a tough weekend. Had lots of stuff going on with the family and stuff like that, but for the most part, I mean, it wasn't too bad. So on some good notes, me and my wife put together the Christmas tree. First time actually doing it like early. Usually it's like usually we wait until like a week before Christmas because we like procrastinate. But we finally actually did our Christmas tree, not early, but I guess like at normal time. We'll go flaps 10 now. So Christmas tree is up, it looks pretty. I might post a picture of it on my Instagram story. We did it just last night. We also did Christmas lights on the balcony. We bought the Christmas lights for outside last year, but we didn't do it. I guess we were just too lazy to like do it. But we finally did the Christmas lights for the outside too. So it didn't take barely any time. I mean, it seemed like it was a lot faster this year than it was last year. So looking forward to Christmas this year. I still haven't finished like shopping for everybody else. I mean, I have gifts coming for myself, but I kind of feel bad because I have like a new computer coming for me, but I haven't really bought anything for anybody else. So just trying to figure out what to get like my parents and stuff. Yeah, Puglord, I kind of wish that they did flight sims on console too, because that way I actually would be able to play them better. Like for a long time, I wish that X-Plane was on like PS4 or Xbox so that I could play it like on full settings. Because you know, like on a computer, whenever you play things on PC, it's a little tough because it depends on how good your computer is. But if you get a PS4, Xbox, you play a game on there, you're not worried about, you know, your graphic settings, because every game you play can handle the graphic settings of that game. Like you're not worried about Battlefield having frame drops on a console. But if you're playing on PC, you know, it depends on the strength of your PC. So that's one of the big reasons that I had never really converted to PC in the past, because of that reason. I didn't want to have to worry about that. But now I'm switching to PC now. I'm graduating to PC because I want to have better graphics in my console. And it's a lot of the games that I play, including X-Plane, iRacing also, are the main games that I play right now, and I play them on PC. Alright, we go spoilers to armed. We're only 8 miles away from the airport. And remember, we need to be about 3,500, so we'll go ahead and set that now. Flaps 25. And we'll go ahead and contact St. Louis. Report position. We're on our left base for runway 30 left.
Off runway 30 left.
And we'll try to keep an eye out for where everybody else is landing. What I'm going to do is I'm turn nav mode off, because you see how nav mode is actually turning these guys early. I want to turn in a little bit later than what those guys are turning. to also give myself some separation from them. Let's go down to 160 knots.
Lambert Unicom,
Oh, landing lights are on.
Southwest
Whew,
5150 is on left, downwind, runway 30 left.
So these looks like you guys are having some really cool parallel arrivals up there. So get some good photos of that. How you doing, P. Screv? How you doing, man? Congrats on being grade 5, bro. Alright, I'm putting nav back on now, so that'll turn us. But I just wanted to kind of extend my base a little bit farther than what those guys were, just to make sure we had separation. As you can see, I think it was Air Choreo was getting in the red of our TCAS. Are we going to be last to land? Are you serious? Okay, we're going to be second to last. So yeah, that answers your question. If I'm going to watch everybody land, no, because I am last as usual. Yeah, my new PC costs a lot. A lot. I definitely went over budget, and there's still more things that I want. I still haven't got a yoke for myself. I still haven't got myself new headphones, a new microphone for streaming. So I gotta wait till I get paid again. And also I got some other stuff that I need to pay too, so I don't even know if I'm going to be able to buy those things. It looks like, I don't know, somebody taking off, or I don't know what they're doing up there. Maybe he went around. We have 19 knots of wind in our current location. Go down to 3,000, 2,000 works too. Airport elevation is going to be, does it say it here? It does not. Let's see. Airport elevation at St. Louis is going to be 618 feet, so just above sea level. And yeah, we definitely overshot that localizer big time. I'm going to go flaps 30. It should be over here, the airport. I have visual. I have a field in sight. Alright, let's go ahead and get everything situated. Let's get calibrated. I'll go flaps full. Oh god, stop that. Speed down to oh, not that much. Let's do 140. And gear is up. We're gonna go gear down. And I am going to now turn off navigation mode, turn off heading mode, and we'll control it ourselves, and also control the altitude. Alright, aircraft is ours. Does nav mode reduce XP? No, it does not. It doesn't. I mean, it doesn't matter if you use approach or not. Either way, you get the exact same XP. They don't. Infinite flight doesn't actually grade your landings or anything. So infinite flight doesn't really care how you get on the ground, as long as those wheels touch the runway. Alright, that's our runway right there. It's the center one. 30 left. Confirmed. And Vince, I would like to disagree. We are not too slow. How are you doing, GEO Aviation?
Lambert
Yes,
Kilo
somebody said right in time for
736
landing. I forgot
is
who it
on
was. Oh,
final.
GEO Aviation.
Runway 24.
Alright, gear down 3 green. Flaps down for full. Land lights on, strobe lights on. Autopilot disengage before landing checklist is complete.
Lambert Unicom, Southwest 5150 is 7 nautical miles to the southeast at 2,100 feet. Inbound for landing. Will make straight in for runway 30
I forgot to
left.
report position. Final runway 30 left.
Lambert
It sounds like somebody's on final level
116 is
24.
on final.
I don't know.
Runway
I mean, I know
30
24 is
left.
green. Oh, that's gonna be a problem. That's gonna be a big problem. There's an aircraft landing on 24, and we're landing on 30 left, which is a crossing runway,
Lambert Unicom,
which means
United
that we could definitely collide
1954
on the
is
runway.
left base. Runway 30
Apparently,
left.
this person is like not watching the stream or something, because we all decided like 15 minutes ago we were landing on
Lambert Unicom,
30 left, 30 right,
Southwest 272 is on final.
and not on
Runway
24.
30 left.
So everybody just pray
Lambert
that whoever that
Unicom,
is over there doesn't
Kilo
kill us.
Lima
Who is it?
Mike
It's
736
Noah.
is on final.
Noah Dow and
Runway
a 777 too.
24.
He's also faster. So I'm gonna probably try to not even use the entire runway. I'm gonna probably try to get stopped before we even get to the crossing, which I think we should be fine. And what's the wind looks like? We have 12 knot crosswind. turn auto throttle off, and we'll control the power on our own. It's a bit of a crosswind, but it's not too bad.
400. 300. 200.
All right.
100. 30. 20. 10.
Ooh, hard. Hard. I went the wrong way on the power. I meant to go up on the power when we were flaring, and I went the opposite direction. Just dropped it down. All right, reverse thrust. And I can see that 777 up there. We landed on 2-4. We should be fine though, because we're not going to use that much runway. Yeah, we definitely stalled on the flare. We'll use the next one. We're going too
Lambert
fast.
Unicom, Southwest 272 is on final.
All right, looks like we'll park over
left.
there.
Lambert Unicom, United 1954.
Yeah, that was Singapore. He took off right behind us, and he landed on 2-4.
Right.
Thankfully, we didn't have. Thankfully, I didn't use all the runway because we definitely could have collided. If there was ATC online, that would have been a huge mistake for ATC to give somebody directions to land on crossing runways like that. All right, get past the whole short line. We'll park here, and we'll get rid of those spoilers. Flaps all the way up. And I'll turn the land lights off. And what else am I missing? I think that's it. Oh, strobe lights need to come off. Uh, 69 pilots, I would like to disagree. That landing was definitely not smooth. Alright, where should we park? I should take that spot over. We have an aircraft ahead of us taxiing too, so I don't know where he's parking. There's American Airlines Airbus, looks like. Alright, looks like he's going to wait for us, so we're going to go ahead and taxi. And we'll just take the spot over there on the right side, since we don't really have a choice. We can't taxi to the left because he's there, so we'll take the spot right there.
Lambert Unicom, Southwest 272.
I hope you guys weren't drinking anything when we landed, because that definitely went in your face.
Lambert Unicom, United 19.
I feel like that landing like kind of brought me flashbacks. Like I felt like I was really in the plane. Like I felt like how that landing would have felt in real life. All right. And I don't know if we went too far. I can't tell. Oh no, we're good. From inside, it looked like we went too far, but we're just good. We're good. We actually can go a little bit more forward. So we will. All right, Kai Heflin, I'll see you next time, man. Thanks for joining us today. This will be our last flight too, by the way. I don't have time to do a second one. This will be the end of today's flight. It looks like there's no room for you, Singapore. You may have to park on the other side. Yeah, just push back and park on the other side. All right. Well, welcome to St. Louis. Or St. Louis is the actual way you say it. And it looks like somebody just spawned on top of me. I don't know how that happened if we all just landed here. Alright, seatbelt sounds are going off. Engines are turning off. Beacon lights are going to go off. And thank you guys for joining us today. I mean, I had some trouble getting this stream started today, so I again apologize for the delay. It's funny as we ended right around the time that I usually end my streams anyways, so I guess that works out. Good thing I didn't have a longer flight, because I probably wouldn't have had time to finish it. But today, real quick debriefing for you guys who may have just joined us. If you would like to fly this route on your own later on, you can find that in the description. But we took off from Kilo Mike Charlie India, that's Kansas. And we flew to the east, all the way to St. Louis via the KAYLA 3 arrival on runway 30 left. Had a nice little 12-knot crosswind, but it didn't affect us too much. I mean, other than me just stalling the aircraft and having a pretty hard landing. I mean, the crosswind is not the reason for that. It was just me, yeah, it was just user error. That's all that was. But anyways, Thank you guys for joining us as usual on today's stream. I want to say thank you to all the new subscribers. Thank you for the day ones. Thank you to everybody who's been here. Thank you guys for being patient. Also, I hope you guys have an amazing day today. You know, show somebody some love today. You never know what people are going through in their lives, and sometimes people just need a little love in their life. So, you know, tell somebody you appreciate them. Tell somebody you love them. Give somebody a hug today. That's gonna be my word for today, man. Let's go ahead and tune out. Go ahead and leave your name in the chat real quick, and I will give some shout outs before we get out of here. Fui Lillian, congrats, man. Your airport finally loaded. Aviation Worldwide, see you next time, man. Laser Gamer, I see you too, man. Geo Aviation, thanks for joining us, my friend. Musica 50cc, how you doing? Puglord 58, Vance Lance, I know, hard landing. Tell me something I don't know. Who else do we have in here? The Walking Fruit, man. Thank you for moderating for me again, man. You're always amazing. Sean NG, how you doing, man? Thank you for joining us. Al UK, welcome back. Hi D, you're going around. Good luck, bro. Foo Lillian, see you next time. Pocket Flyer, Dutchworks Gaming, Nico Arrow, Mr. Sloth, Jamil, see you, man. Pocket Flyer, the Lebrat's Files. When will I fly your suggested route? I don't know. We'll see. I saw it. I looked up when I was looking over suggested routes today. I saw yours. I was just looking for a shorter route today, so that's the reason I chose this one. It was less than an hour long, and so I wanted a flight that was gonna be less than an hour, so I chose this one. Kai, I'll see you next time, man, from North Carolina. All right, guys, let me get out of here. Thank you guys for joining us again, as usual. Shout out to everybody watching on YouTube. Shout out to everybody watching on Twitch. Karoa. See you next time, man. But yeah, remember you got 3 choices: give up, give in, or give it all you got. You know what it is. I'll catch you guys next time. Have fun. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your week. I'll see you tomorrow at the same time. Peace, love. God bless you.